So Rodez, where we are setting out from on today's stage, the final transition stage towards the Pyrenees ahead of the final week of the 2022 Tour de France. Straight away, there was a trio who headed on up the road, and one of the surprising riders to be found in amongst that trio was Wout van Aert. I say surprising, perhaps it wasn't surprising, but he was alongside Nils Pollitt and Michael Honoré. At the front of the main bunch, Team Bike Exchange and Trek Segafredo were the two just pulling things along. And then with 160 kilometres to go, Wout van Aert just told to sit up and rejoin the main group and perhaps allow himself the opportunity of contesting the stage win rather than trying to get involved in the breakaway. So Pollitt and Honoré left out on their own at the front of the race. Alpecin came to join in and help out with pacemaking on the front of the main peloton. There were some protests on the road once again. That affected Nils Pollitt and Michael Honoré. They were eventually pulled away. But bad news for Steven Kruijswijk and bad news for Jumbo-Visma. Lost Roglic before the start of the day. Steven Kruijswijk out with what looks as though it was probably a broken collarbone or a broken wrist. Vingegaard continued Jumbo's terrible day out on the road as he went down as well. But he did manage to make it straight back into the bunch, but Tiesj Benoot going down with him. So further injuries on the cards, and hoping that those will be minor injuries that they can bounce back from. Trek Segafredo drove the pace along at the front of the peloton, looking to try and really affect the likes of Groenewegen. Jacobsen, Ewan, Groenewegen and Matthews were all dropped. Benjamin Thomas and Alex Goujiar were the new riders to attack out in front. Bike Exchange chasing for Groenewegen, and they managed to get Dylan Groenewegen back in the main bunch after some really excellent work. And once Dylan Groenewegen was back, knew with just under 26 kilometres to go that he should be able to contest a sprint finish. And that main bunch really turned up the pace. Thomas dropped Goujiar with 4 kilometres to go, but he was caught within that final kilometre, 500 metres from the line. It led to a sprint for the line, and a sprint that was won by Jasper Philipsen. Philipsen coming home just ahead of Wout van Aert and Mads Pedersen to chalk up his first ever Tour de France stage victory. It's his 4th Grand Tour stage victory, 3 at the Vuelta before, but a first at the Tour de France. So in the medieval town of Carcassonne, it is victory for Jasper Philipsen, and the Belgian delighted with that win.